Buying or taking over a dental practice is difficult. I know, I've done it. Stay tuned and I'll give you some tips to make it easier. If you are a woman who is a dentist or a dental specialist, this channel is for you. Make sure you subscribe so you can get new content from me every Tuesday to help you take your practice to greatness. Practice transitions are hard for so many reasons. One of the biggest is that the person you are either joining in practice or purchasing the practice from is not you. We all have very different ideas about what we want and what we see for the practice going forward and what will make us happy and what we think will make our team happy. And so I'm going to give you a few tips that will hopefully help you to get to a place where you can set in motion what you need to have that change happen. The reason that I built the practice that I have today was because I did not like the practice that I purchased. So I knew the practice was making money. I knew that they had patients. I was excited that the orthodontist I purchased from was the first woman orthodontist in the city of Calgary, which was so exciting. But once I started working there, I knew that the culture, the feel, the vibe of the office was not something that I wanted to keep that way. I wanted to make it my own. And so many people now ask me to teach them how to create what I have created in my office, but we're going to start at the beginning. So I don't even think I realized how much work it would be and how much time it would take me to build the practice that I purchased into the practice that I currently co-own and work at. The tips that I'm going to give you today all take us to the same place, which is to make that transition as easy as is possible. Tip number 1, you need a vision. And that vision is critical so that you can take action to build that dream practice that you think you've always wanted to have. If you don't know exactly what you want, then you're never going to be able to build it. So what you want to do is think, dream big. What do you want your practice to feel like? How do you want it to operate? What is it that you desperately want it to be? What would make you happy as that doctor walking into that office every single day? As an example, the practice I purchased was a little bit mellow, shall we say. The doctor that was there had a very different personality than me, and she liked things to be calm and quiet. I'm a little bit boisterous, on the other hand, and I wanted my orthodontic office to feel happy, cheerful, joyful, energetic, and I wanted people to leave happier than when they got there. And me just wanting that wasn't going to make it happen. So the first step was to write down exactly what it was I wanted. Tip number 2. Practice transitions are difficult because you're walking into a team that already exists. So it may be people that you would have picked to work with, and it may be people that you didn't pick to work with. So you are going to have to build your dream team. Now that may just mean the women that you have available to you right there, that you can take them on a journey with you to your vision and they will stay with you and support you, and off you go to building that dream practice. But more often than not, especially if you're going to significantly change the practice, there will be some people who will self-select out of your vision. I took that very personally when it happened, which I shouldn't have done, but I'm a woman and that's what I do. I really like to be liked. And so when people left, it hit me really hard in the moment. But every single time it happened, I ended up with a better team member that replaced them. Someone that more closely embodied the type of employee that I wanted in that role to help me bring my vision to life. So when you build that dream team, it's okay if some people choose not to continue on that journey with you. It will end up better in the end. Don't beat yourself up over it. Now, while you're here, if you are in the middle of a practice transition or thinking about a practice transition, maybe you're in negotiations to buy a practice or you're not happy where you're at and you're looking to go somewhere new, make a comment down below in the comments and let me know what your plans are, because I would love to see where you are on your journey to having your best practice. Tip number 3. Now, you know you have to build a dream team. You have a vision. you are going to want to find ways that you can involve that team of yours in making some decisions. There are lots of things you will likely want to change to build out the vision of your practice that you want. And so it is incredibly valuable if your team feels like they are truly a part of the decisions you're making. Now, I don't mean giving lip service to this. I don't want you to tell your team that you're going to let them make decisions and then you are going to override them and do whatever you want anyways. You actually have to give them some power to make some decisions. It could be something very simple, like you're going to change the decor. The art hanging in the walls, the tile on a wall, the way your toothbrushing station is set up, any of those things, if you feel okay giving that over to your team to decide once they know your vision, then do that. When they are a part of the change, they will feel ownership in it and they are going to support you 100% more than if everything is dictated to them. Remember, these women of your team are going to help you to build that dream practice you've always wanted. You've got to make sure that you include them where you can. Tip number 4, you must become an agent for change. Now, people in general will have some resistance to change. If they know what you're going to do, why you're going to do it, and they can see your vision for how that is going to make you happier, them happier, your patients happier, then they are going to be on board. You also need to be very aware that this resistance to change is not necessarily a resistance to you. Again, as a woman, I tend to take things very personally. When my staff is upset about something and then oftentimes complaining about it, at least way back then when I first bought the practice, I took it as a failure on my part. But in general, their resistance to change was simply fear of the unknown. Here was this crazy young girl coming in all energetic, trying to change everything on them all at once. That resistance to change is simply them being unsure of what the future holds and if they can do it or not. Most people are not as confident as we would like to think that they are. And so that idea of everything changing or it feeling like everything is changing is difficult for them. So if you are there to support them and acknowledge that that change is going to be difficult, but you are going to support them through it and give them everything they need to accomplish the change, they will be on board with you. There is a link down below in the description that gives you a business health checklist that you can fill out, which will help you come up with a starting point of where your journey might be for your practice. There is also an exercise there on writing down your vision. Go ahead and do that. If you can envision it, you can create it, but it starts there. So go ahead, click on the link in the description and get that PDF and figure out where your practice is sitting. Now, my goal is to give resources to all of you wonderful women dentists and dental specialists out there. So subscribe to this channel, hit the bell so that you'll get notified every time new content comes out. Like this video, make a comment below. Every week I'm going to come out with new stuff for you. I look forward to getting to know you. Have a wonderful day.